Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue and today we are continuing on with my series where I use every single shade in every single palette in my collection. Today we are featuring La Petit Maison palette by Gourmand Girls. This is a gorgeous cottagecore type color story and we're going to be creating some really fun and beautiful looks today. So I'm very excited to be dipping into everything in this palette and giving it a little bit more love. I haven't had much time to play with it since it came into my collection other than my first look that I did with it. So we're going to change that today. And if you want to see the looks I create and how I create them, then let's go ahead and hop into the first look. Alrighty guys, so although I don't know when this is getting posted, I still want to do something with some hearts, something a little Valentine's Day-esque. I think this will be unfortunately getting posted after Valentine's Day, but hearts are year-round anyways, so I kind of want to just put a heart somewhere like that, I think. And I did already prime my eyes, so I have these little heart stickers and I'm just going in with the smallest ones I have, and I just want to try and make it as, ooh, there's a hair on this one. Where'd it go? I just want to make them as even as possible. Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet. I was sick for the past 3 days, so I'm not 100% yet. That's way off. Oh gosh. Lower down. More angle. I'm gonna say those are sisters and call it good enough. And then let's also go in with some tape just so it's a nice sharp look. So like I was saying, I'm not feeling 100% yet. I was sick for a couple days and it was not a good time. I hate being home when I can't do anything. For the first day, I literally laid on the couch and watched TV and slept, and to me, that's not fun. Like, I would much rather be doing makeup or even playing video games. I couldn't even sit up to play video games. So there was just, usually I'll like even do video games and then watch TV in the background, and that's better. It just was not very fun. And then the second day I could game a little bit, but I had to like prop myself on the couch funny to be comfortable, and I was still really achy and not great. By yesterday I was doing okay, but I'm still not 100%. So what I want to do is, I think we're gonna do like a sunrise kind of combo. So we definitely want the red to be the most prominent shade. That said, I am going to go in with the yellow here first, which is Amber Hearth. I'm also for sure using this pinky shade because, like I said, it's going to be a bit of a Valentine's Day theme. Not aggressively, because I'm hoping to do an actual like Valentine's Day video after work one day later that will get posted probably before this, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. But I do want to do a Valentine's full-on video. This is just because it's getting close to the day, and even though these videos are being pre-filmed, I'm still in the mood to play with it. Oh, I was gonna do a reel. I always forget. No reel today, I guess. That sucks. This would have been a good one. Now I'm gonna go in, just with the same brush, I guess, into the orange shade Terracotta Tiles. And I want to put that on the inner edge. And I'm just going to work those shades together a little bit, holding the brush at the very end here, just so I have quite a bit more movement. And I feel like I did not apply as much on this eye, so I'm just going to pick a little bit more of Terracotta Tiles up for this side. Alright, now we're going in with the red, which is Velour Chair. And I'm just gonna be pressing that all along this outer edge. Every time I don't film for a while, I forget to save one eye for doing a short. And it's always frustrating, especially when I think the look is gonna turn out like really cute, like this one. And I'm gonna go back in with that first fluffy brush just to soften those edges at the top of the red. I might intensify it more on this side. I feel like it's not quite as intense as I wanted on this side, but I'll just soften those edges first since I'm already working on it. Now I'm gonna go back into Velour Chair and just make sure that it's nice and intense how I want it. This is looking really cute. It's not your traditional Valentine's Day look, which is perfectly okay because it doesn't need to be. I just wanted a little pop of love. And I mean, you can do this with any sticker. I just decided to do hearts today. I also have bat stickers that I'm wanting to use, and I was thinking about waiting until Halloween, but like I have so many. Why should I wait? I might just do like a spooky-esque look sometime soon, just because I can and because I enjoy spooky looks. Okay, now we're gonna see if I have any NYX glitter primer left. I know I've been saying that for a long time. I'm a broken record. Oh yeah, look what I got. So I'm gonna start by glitter priming both lids, and I'm gonna go in with 2 shades. So I try not to apply it too heavily. I noticed if I apply too much, I do get some creasing, which I do not love. So I apply a decently small amount. I definitely have more control when the bottle is not so empty because I squeeze out quite a bit when I'm just trying to empty it out. But I can stretch it to be like the brow bone and inner corner and everything, so it's okay. Alright, so what I'd like to do is use both of these shades. So I want to use Attic Secrets closer to the red and Chandelier closer to the inner corner. So we'll start with Attic Secrets. That's going to be the main shimmer that I put on the lid. Oh, I picked up so much hair. The Joys of Animals. And ooh, yeah, placing that on pretty much the first half of the, or I guess it's like in thirds, because the first third is the red, but you know what I mean. I feel like I should have brought the red all the way across, and then this would have been an even better like as a topper, but it's fine. That's still really, really cute. I want to do a look like this for work this week, because it's, when I'm filming this, it's the week before Valentine's Day. Again, I don't know when I'm posting it. I'm so sorry. But I would love to just do some fun themed makeup looks for work. And I feel like this is simple enough that I probably could whip it together decently quickly if I try. Like, I prefer to take my time with makeup, but I think I could do something somewhat similar in a decent time frame. Bet you guys my dog's gonna punch my door soon. She just got let back in and she always punches my door if it's closed. Watch, because I said something, she's gonna make me a liar. Just touching up the mattes because the shimmer did get pulled up a little higher than I wanted it. There it is. I called it. I'm just wondering. I think I want to go in with my Efflorescence palette for the brow bone and inner corner just to get some pink in here. So this is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is the palette I pull in when I feel like something for like an inner corner or whatever is missing. Technically, nothing was missing in this palette. They had really great inner corners, but I used them on the lid. So I want just a pop of something different. So I think we're going to go in with Bloom, and we're going to pop that on both the inner corner and on the brow bone, and then I'll go from there as far as lower lash line goes. So I'm just prepping with a tiny bit of glitter primer both on the inner corner and on the brow bone, and picking up Bloom, or do I want Floret? We'll do Bloom, and I just want to pop that. See, isn't that so pretty? And on the inner corner as well. I'm just gonna add a little bit more, and then I'm trying to decide, do I want something kind of dark on the lower lash line? I was kind of thinking of using Candlelight, which is that gold shimmer, but I wonder if I should like pop the brown underneath it first, or maybe do the brown and then just put the gold on the center. That could be cool. And we'll go with starting with this nice deep brown cellar door, and then I'll probably put the Candlelight just on the center there. I think that'll look really pretty. All of my stuff has hair on it today, and I always like to try and get it as close to that lash line as possible, just so that when I add my eyeliner, it's nice and connected and easy. Do I like that? I don't know. I do think this brown is really, really nice and pigmented. Very easy to lay down. Very true to pan, which I like. Now, to try and get a little bit more glitter primer, and just applying that glitter primer with the same angled brush that I used to apply the brown, and I'm just popping it in the center. And we're gonna go in to Candlelight here, and that's going in the center of the lower lash line. You see that? That's what I wanted. I feel like I don't see a lot of people going with the matte and the shimmer combo on the lower lash line, and I don't know why. I love doing a matte with the shimmer in the center. It's just so pretty. I mean, I don't always do it, but I feel like it's not that common. Oh, and this like kind of chunky looking glitter is just so pretty. All right, we're gonna take the stickers off and see how those look. So cute. Do you see that? Ooh, that one got a little bit dirty. Ruh-roh. So I'm gonna try to clean it up. So on this side, as you can see, it didn't quite stick down on the bottom there. I'm gonna take this little detailing brush along with a little tiny bit of my cleansing butter, like a makeup remover. And I'm just gonna very gently try and pick up what red got onto it, and then just wipe it off and try and just get it as clean as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, just get it as best as possible. See, even that's already a little bit better. And while I'm at it with the melting balm, I'm just gonna clean up that fallout. It always looks worse before it looks better. Okay, so that's all we're doing for eyeshadow, so I'm gonna hop off. I forgot to finish unbraiding this half of my head, and I filmed the whole video like that. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm gonna finish off the rest of this look and then I'll be back when it's complete. Alrighty guys, so this is the completed look, and I am telling you, if you ever feel like your look needs just a little bit something, throw a couple gems in a random spot and it'll suddenly look that like higher tier. Like just these 3 gems made such a difference in this look. Super cheap on Amazon. All you need is some random gems and lash glue and you can just level up your look. Anyways, to finish off this look, for the eyes, I went in with my nude gel pencil from Bella Cosmetics. For brows, I did go in with my e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in Brunette. It is very, very empty. It's for sure going to be in my February empties, that I'm certain of. For my mascara, I just went in with my Megafy Mascara. This one is in B121. It's a lengthening mascara. My lashes are just off of Amazon. And I did go in with one of my ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed. This one is in That's Hot. And it actually is one of the few that I have that's not drying out yet. And it is so cute. So I just popped a little bit of that over top of the brow bone shade. For my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable primer. I'll have another primer in very soon. I'm so excited. But for my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable primer, and then I'm still trying to use this one up. It's almost empty, but since I ran out of my white color corrector, I just brought in a little bit of my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation to lighten this up. So this one is in light, and this one is in something neutral. The sticker came off, so I'm just not 100% sure which shade this was. But if I want to replace it, I'll have to figure it out. I did go in with my Kyo blush stick in the side Kiss, and then I also went in with my Moonslice Beauty Girlypop highlighter stick. After that, I set everything with my Wet n Wild loose setting powder. This one is translucent. And then I also went in with my JasonWu freckle pen. I just did very subtle freckles around the nose area. I also went in with my Gamebeauty blush. This one is in Violet from their Persona 5 Royal collection. And for highlight, I went in with my Jeffree Star Cosmetics Platinum Ice Palette. I do not shop Jeffree Star Cosmetics anymore, but I am trying to use up what I own, and I went in with Canary Bling. For lips, I went in with my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Overtime, along with my Cosmic Beauty Bullet Lipstick. This one is in Ginger Snap. And then I did toss a Unearthly gloss on. This one is in Havoc. That is everything I used to finish off the look here. So let's go ahead and hop into look number 2. Alrighty guys, for this next look, we have to use up this green and walnut wood, but I think I'm also going to go in with Amber Hearth on my brow bone. So we're going to start with the green though, because I kind of want that to be the most intense color. So going into Olive Grove, and we're just going to press that onto this outer edge and just kind of make it nice and pigmented. That's such a nice green shade. I really like that. It's like mossy. Now let's go into Walnut Wood, and we're going to be laying that right beside it and pulling it over. and just blending out the edges a little bit. I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna put the yellow on this inner edge. So I just need another brush. Going into Amber Hearth and pressing that into this inner edge. For the brow bone, I do still want to put something, but I think I'm just going to actually use setting powder. I just like having something there to help blend everything out, and I kind of want just something nice and simple. So I'm just going in with the same setting powder that I'm going to be using to set my face with, which is my Wet n Wild Loose Setting Powder. And just on another fluffy brush, I'm just gonna brush that where there's no pigment. And now I just wanna soften all the edges. So going in one by one with the brushes. And I'm holding the brushes at the very tip to blend the edges like this. And then what I think I want to do is just pull that green just to the edge of my lower lash line, and I just kind of want to make sure it connects nicely. I might actually use like a pencil brush if I can find one, and I just want it to be a nice little like kind of circle around. Now I'm gonna go back in with the angled brush, and I am actually going to pull it a little bit further, but this part I am gonna top with a shimmer, not all the way to the end, but this second like third that I'm doing will be topped with a shimmer. Okay, so what I want to do is with this like blue teal shade, I want to go on the inner corner and pull it up kind of so that it hits right up here, and then I want to go in with this like more minty green on the crease, and then this blue I'm also gonna pull where I didn't put any pigment. And then on this other green, I was going to put that on my brow bone and where I put it on the lower lash line, where I said there was going to be a green. So that's what I want to do. So I'm just going to try to grab some NYX glitter primer. And we're going to start, I'm going to use this teeny tiny brush actually. Just this teeny tiny brush. I'm picking up some glitter primer and I'm going to pop that on the inner corner. And like I said, it's gonna come around and connect. And then I want it to pull up in that crease line. And then I'm also gonna apply some on the brow bone and on the lower lash line where I'm gonna put that other green. And then we'll do the lid last. So let's pick up Garden Gate, which is that teal greeny blue shade. And that is going, like I said, on the inner corner. And I'm pulling it up and under, just making sure it's really nice and opaque. Now let's go in to Conservatory, which is kind of that minty. Did I want that one on my lid? I forget. It's going on the brow bone. Ooh, yeah. That's such a pretty shade. And we're also grabbing that same shade and popping that where I glitter primed on the lower lash line here. Now we're gonna do the lid. So I'm gonna grab some more glitter primer and we're just gonna be priming the lid. And we're going into that last green shimmer shade, Verdigris. And popping that all over the lid. Alright guys, that's literally all I'm doing for eyeshadow, so I'm gonna hop off, finish off the rest of the face, and then I'll come back and show you when it's complete. Alrighty guys, we are back with the completed look, so let's go ahead and just start with the eyes. To finish off the eyes, I went in with one of my ColourPop cream gel liners. This one is Extra Frosting. I went in with my Megafy lengthening mascara. This one's B121, and I did go in with some lashes that I just got off Amazon. And for my graphic liner that I did, I went in with this. It's called Fantastic Color from Langmani. I just got these off Amazon, and this one is just the brown one. I don't think it has a name. It's number 9. It's number 9, and yeah, I just got a couple of these off Amazon. Actually, my mom bought a couple bulk packs and gave me the ones that were duplicates, so yeah, that's what I used for the liner there. And then I did also go in with one of my ColourPop Glitterly Obsessed. This one is in Glam Rock, and I just put that on my brow bone and then in the center on my lower lash line. For my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable primer, as well as I did a combo, so I went in mostly with my Wet n Wild tinted hydrator, but I do need to lighten it up, so I did bring in a little bit of my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation just to try and help make it a little bit better of a color for like a shade match for me. I also went in with my Moonslice Beauty Girlypop highlighter stick and my Cosmic Beauty cream blush. This one is in Nutmeg. Then I went ahead and set everything with my Wet n Wild loose setting powder, and I did another blush. This blush is from Gamebeauty and it is in the shade Queen. I also went in with the Unearthly Devour Collection highlighter, so this one is Delicate. And for lips, I went in with my ColourPop Lippy pencil in Love Bug, and then I went ahead and put my Jeffree Star in the center. This one is Venus Flytrap, and I blended them together, and I don't buy Jeffree Star anymore. I'm just trying to use what I have. And then I went ahead and used one of my Unearthly glosses. This one is in Ruin, just to kind of help make the blend a little bit smoother. That is everything I used to finish off the look. Oh, and gems. I just get these gems off Amazon and use lash glue with them. So that's the gems that I have on the eye. That is everything I used to finish off the look. So let's zoom out and talk about the palette. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed the looks I created playing with the Le Petit Maison palette. I really did enjoy the looks I created. I want to say I liked the first look better, but at the same point, for such like natural colors, I think this one turned out one of my most fun and interesting looks for this kind of color story, and I love the pop of blue that I ended up putting in there. I wasn't sure how I wanted to include the blue into this look, and I know it's like a greeny blue, but I think I really like how I ended up using it. I really liked both looks, to be honest. I had a lot of fun creating them, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. I cannot wait to play with this palette some more in the future. I'm really enjoying it. So with all that said, guys, if you had a favorite look, please feel free to let me know down below, or if you have a favorite palette from Gourmand Girls, I'd love to hear that as well. This is my only Gourmand Girls palette at the moment, but I am blown away by it. So yeah, and then if you did like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel out a lot, and if you want to see more content from me, please hit that subscribe button. I am slowly but surely growing my little channel here, and if you want to check out my other socials, I'm trying really hard to grow on Instagram and TikTok as well. I do a lot of shorts, and on Instagram I primarily post like close-up photos and just photos of the makeup in general, and I'd love to have you on those platforms as well. So feel free to check me out in any of those places. Hit the subscribe, do whatever feels right to you. And with all that said, guys, I will catch you on my next one. Bye!